Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in uno, dos, tres, un, dua, trois. No, this is the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about marketing yourself. Now, I had a conversation with my brother the other day. My lovely brother, Mr. Terrence L. Rizano, who's almost 3 years older than me. I just like to throw it out there. Almost 50 years old. Man. Me and my brother, we had a conversation. First time in a very long time. Me and my brother had a conversation on the telephone. It lasted at least 90 minutes. Normally, me and my brother, we've never talked on the phone that long. We rarely talk on the phone. It's just how it is. If you have a sibling, maybe you might understand. You might not. You always got one sibling who call you, and you got the other one who never calls. So that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. But anyway, me and my brother, we got the rapping about life and work and this, that, the other. And my brother, he's one of these people. He's like, you gotta just put your head down and work. And don't complain and don't make headways and all this and all that. And I thought, that in my mind, that used to sound good a long time ago when I was young. When I was a young man, I didn't know any better. When I was knee high to a grasshopper. But now, being that I've worked in a couple of different industries, and trying to really get this whole podcast, this thing off the ground, I've learned that no matter if you have a job, if you own a business, no matter what your goals are, no matter what you're trying to do, the best thing that you can do in any capacity is to market yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, you must. If you want to move up in the ranks, if you want to really get ahead, you have to market yourself. You have to put yourself. You have to put it out there that, hey, you are great at XYZ. You are the best of the best. You are because like my brother said, hard work is great and all, but we all work hard. The man that digs ditches in the cemetery, he works hard. You work hard. I work hard. Does that mean that we are getting, if you feel, look at yourself in the mirror, and this is a you problem right now. I'm going to address this. Look at yourself in the mirror, and if you feel like I'm not getting paid enough, or they don't know my value, dot, 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 dot. Whose problem is that? Whose fault is that? It's your fault. It's your problem. You are the problem. You have to learn how to market yourself. Now, my brother, he got to complaining, because my brother, he's one of these people that love to complain. He got to complain about people brown nosing and this, that, and the other. It's not. Now, there are some people that do. I will give them that. There are some people that might, go to a job and sort of suck up and all this and all that. But my brother, I will give you a very funny story about my brother. It's funny that my brother now is complaining about that, because one time we worked together a long time ago in a galaxy very far, far, far away. Me and my brother worked at this place, and we put beans in a bag. Black beans, pinto beans, all types of beans, navy beans. We put beans in these bags. We packed up the bags, and they got shipped out to different stores. Like the Krogers and the WalMarts and the Vons and any grocery store you can think of. These beans were at the grocery store. Okay, and so we did that job. And there was the machines. They would put the beans into these machines, and they would shoot out a certain amount. They fill the bag. It's very, very, very boring job, I must say. But my brother, he had a position where this is what he did, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. My brother, he would get a box, like a box. Think of like a FedEx box, you know. He would get it. It would come down the machine. He would stop it. He would take his foot, boom, stomp on it. These beams would come out of the these beams would come out of the sky, go into the box. He would fold fold the top of the box, push it down the conveyor belt, and somebody would tape it, and then they would stack it on pallets, you know. And so our brother did his job, and every night he would eat lunch. He would go eat lunch with the supervisor, you know, and he would get rides from work from the supervisor. And people accuse my brother of being a brown nose, but my brother, he was not a brown nose. Him and the supervisor just got along, and they would eat lunch together, you know. But my brother, perception was that my brother was a brown nose. So it's funny that 20 something years later, you know, my brother's like, oh, these people, they brown nose and this, that, and the other, you know. But that's neither here nor there. But the point is, my brother, he don't realize it, and sometimes you don't realize it, but he was marketing himself to the job. Because when you work somewhere, now I've worked in industries where layoffs are very common. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't care about laying you off. Like, hey, you know, you'll get laid off, and they'll be like, hey, listen, man, we don't need you no more. We're gonna holler at you. You don't get no service package. You don't get nothing. So, you know, I've worked in them kind of jobs, you know, and I know some of y'all, you know, some of you people graduate from college. Some of you maybe you never been laid off. But let me tell you something: getting laid off sucks. Okay, and so when you go to a job or whatever, the main thing you can do is really stand out, really market yourself to say, hey, we need this. We need this guy. We need this girl. You know, we need them. They are valuable. You want to make yourself a valuable asset, you know, to the company. You know, this is where this is where marketing yourself comes in at. You know, if you have to work a little extra, take another shift, you know, this, that, and the other. But the main thing I would tell you is it's not about working hard. It's about marketing yourself. Okay. Listen, I give you a great example. You know, driving for Walmart. I was there's always like a guy politicking, you know, and I ain't saying it's good or bad. I'm just give you my observation, you know. This guy, he was always politicking, and he was always going every week, you know. I would be driving and busting my hump, you know, and I would always laugh because this guy, he would always be coming back from eating lunch, you know, with like the supervisors and stuff. And I'm like, you know, now that I'm in the space that I'm in, I realize like, hey, this guy was just positioning himself, marketing himself to like, hey, yeah, they might be busy, this, that, and the other, but I'm so valuable that I had to go powwow with the supervisor, this, that, and the other. You know, it's about positioning. It's about marketing yourself. The more you can market yourself, the better off you can be. And if you have a business, you want to definitely market your business in a way so that way you can be the one. You want to be the one, yo. You want to be the one. When people think of soda, what do they say? Coke, Pepsi. You know, back in the day when I was a kid, when you used to take film, Kodak. You know, you want to get it to where, you know, I'm not saying you're gonna be Pepsi or Coke, but what I'm saying is if you can get it to where you have marketed yourself to enough people to where you can sustain and maintain a healthy, thriving business. You've done it, my friend. You have done it. That's what you want to do. That's where you want to be. You know, you want it to be where the income is flowing in. This is what you want. This is why you want to market yourself. I will give you an example. I knew somebody. They used to date a girl. I work with this fella. He dated a girl, and he used to send her flowers on a monthly basis, you know. He would send her flowers like every month. He had some kind of subscription, you know, like a Books or something like that. And so this fella would this fella was sending flowers every month, Then they fell out or whatever. They fell out. And so, one day he was talking and he was like, hey, my ex, she come texting me, and everybody was like, what? Y'all getting back together? And he was like, no. He's like, I guess somebody sent them flowers and she just assumed that I sent them because I used to always send them flowers, And everybody was like, are you going to say anything? And he was like, nah, I ain't going to say nothing. I don't. He's like, I just let her think that or whatever, And it just showed me, now that I'm, now that I'm in the headspace for, to think like this, I thought to myself, well, I'll be, the guy, he positioned himself to be like, hey, I'm romantic. I sent my girlfriend flowers, whatever he was calling her, And the old people back where I'm from, they would say his little friend, But anyway, but he marketed himself, positioned himself to in a way that when she did get flowers, she automatically thought, old John Boy over there sent me flowers, but John Boy did not send her flowers. And see, this is where you want to go when it comes to you and your marketing. You want to get the psychological aspect, forget like my brother said, I'll just keep my head down and work hard. And listen, that will get you a nice paycheck. But if you want to make some bucks, you really want to make some money, you really want to go up in the world, because listen, you work at a job 20 years. Do you want to walk in the door in the same position as you walked in 20 years ago? Man, if you do, then I don't know what to tell you. You want to go up in the world. You want to be a supervisor. You want to be one of the people that you want to go up. Cream rises to the top, and you want to be the cream. And if you don't want to be the cream, my friend, I don't know why you're listening to this podcast. We all want to be cream, baby. Okay? Cream rises to the top. This is where you want to be. Marketing yourself. Now, because you and I both know there are people that you are probably 100 times better than in certain things. But they are like, hey, I'm over here, You don't have to be, it's like whenever somebody does a blockbuster movie, and all of a sudden they're like the hottest thing in Hollywood. They don't have to be the greatest actor, Like I watched, before he got canceled, I guess, I don't know. Jonathan Majors, he was in a Creed movie. He was in Ant-Man. And, they were like, oh, he cooking with grease now, He's cooking with fish grease. He's hotter than fish grease. But I didn't think he was a very good actor, me personally. But, he got into the position, marketed himself, and like, hey, Jonathan Majors, he does blockbuster movies. And so, before he decided to fight somebody, I guess, he was going up. And that's where you want to be, ladies and gents. You want to market yourself, so that way, if you have a job or you have a business, market yourself right. You can start bringing in the dollars, because at the end of the day, most of us, if you listen to this show, you want to go up. You want to go up into the world. I don't know why. It's very ignorant. If you just want to stay the same, I mean, as far as making money or the business. If you're making $1,000, why not try to make $2,000? If you're generating $5,000 a month, why not try to generate 10? It's just it's nature. To grow. The more you grow, the better off you are. You don't want to just stay the same. It's like I watch I go to church, and the pastor one time, he's talking about spiritual growth. He said you don't always want to be a spiritual baby. And what he meant, and he rattled off a couple of verses, and I'm like, this is true. You do want to try to go up. You do want to start knowing, because everybody knows, certain verses, like John 3:16, maybe, stuff like that. But, you really want to start going into the Deuteronomy and the Numbers and the Malachi and the book of Malachi, and you start reading more and you start learning more from those different books, and you start learning more, and you start studying more of church than just, hey, I go on Sundays, pop in, get my my spiritual drive-through, food, boom, and go. No, you want to grow spiritually. As well as you want to grow financially. You want to grow, in your business. You want to grow. You just want to grow as a person. Because if we're not growing, you might as well be dead. I mean, it's just the fact of life. And so, do not be like my brother, who I love very much. God bless my brother, but there's a very you want to be going up into the world. You want to, if you are, let's say you're a middle manager at a company, and you say, hey, today's the day. I want to start. What can I do to go up? You want to go up. Yes, there's going to be more responsibility. Yes, there's going to be, stuff going to fall more on you. But the prestige, the money, the hey, you can always say, just you want to avoid the layoffs, and then that way, also if you do ever go the unfortunate route of getting laid off, you can always say I've done. Imagine if you worked at a place for 15 years and you are still like a machine operator. You don't go up, you don't become a supervisor, you don't become nothing, and then something happens, and they're like, we're going to keep everybody. We're going to keep all the supervisors, and they ask you like 5 times to be a supervisor, and then you say no, and then you get passed up, and then you get laid off. Imagine that. Most of us have families. Even if you don't have a family, it's not even about that. It's about, forget the family part about that. I used to hear people sometimes, and they would say, oh man, I got to do this for my kids, and it's like, I'm striving to be my best. Not only for my wife and my daughter, but I'm striving to be the best I can be for me, because the happier I am, the more I feel like I'm doing in life, the happier I am, the more I can put that sunshine on my wife and my daughter and my family. I'll be happier in my conversation, happier in my interaction with people. So it's not just about, it sounds great when you say, I'm doing this for my family. We listen. All of us are, a lot of times you go, well, what's in it for me? It's just the way it is. It's not like it's not a selfish thing. It's just human nature. It's like when somebody, if you have a friend and their parent dies or something, no matter how close you are to the parent, it's a sad time, but you're like, it sucks, but it's not your parent, and it's not like a evil thing if you say, well, let me go hug my mom because she's still around. It's just like, hey, let me go hug my mom because she's still around. Everybody doesn't have their parents still around. Everybody's parents doesn't make it to the age of 60 and 70. So it's not a selfish thing if you say, well, let me go hug my parent. It's just a fact of life. And you go, you feel bad for them, you're there for them, of course, but it's just like, well, let me go be thankful for that my parents are still around. It's just, so don't ever feel bad about, hey, I'm trying to do this for me. No, the more you can move up into the world, maybe you're able to bring somebody with you. The more you are able to grow your business, maybe you're able to hire a loved one. The more you're able to grow your business, you say, hey, maybe my wife can quit her job and she can come work with me, and it'll be a family thing, The more you're able to do that, the better the opportunity it will be for you and your family. You know what I mean? And it doesn't just have to be family. It doesn't just have to be a wife or a husband or a baby. Family is what you make of it. I have 2 friends. I don't look at them as my friends. Those are brothers. I have a brother and a sister-in-law that I love very much. They're not just I don't think of them as in-laws. They're a family to me. I love seeing them. I enjoy my time I spend with them. It's just how it is. And the more I'm able to do the things that the more I can get away from this truck, get out of this truck. The more I'm able to market myself and do my do the podcast and have it grow and all that kind of stuff, the more I'm able to spend more time with them. And so I look at that as the, like one of the reasons why, I'm like, I gotta keep going. We gotta keep striving. We gotta keep making it better. We gotta keep doing this. We gotta keep doing that. Because yeah, I don't want to do, be driving trucks. Owning the truck is cool, but I don't want to do it because it's a one man job. It's just the way it is. And so that's just my spiel to you. You know, market yourself as much as you can. Get yourself out there. Don't be afraid. We'll go more into it. If you ever have any questions, you want to email the show, you can always email me at Tony@TonyRizano.com. Ladies and gents, that is it. We will be back tomorrow with all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizano. God bless. And as always, everybody, peace.